Dzień dobry widzowie, z tej strony Padre Pedro. W poprzednim odcinku dotarliśmy do krótkiej przełęczy, która nas doprowadzi do szkółki Gitianki. Także chodźmy. Ach kurde. No nie no, w takim wypadku to nie. Myślałem, że to wszystko będzie się działo w obrębie podziemia. W sensie podmroku. A jakby to miał być koniec podmroku, no to ja dziękuję. Tutaj jest jeszcze zbyt wiele rzeczy do sprawdzenia. Zbyt wiele expa do zdobycia. Zbyt wiele historii do przeżycia.
Looks like the Dryder's caravan came from here.
Chains, cages, a veritable torture camp and prison unto itself.
Right tool will do the trick.
Easy peasy. Tak jest. Oj. Serio też nie dosięga?
I will ascend. I got this. Victory awaits.
O, był zwój ożywienia. A, tu tkwi.
Bye forever, pal. I need healing. Let's end this. Let's cook with fire, baby. Take your
Still breathing, despite everything.
Fancy, it's hot in here. Well, well.
Not going to last much longer. A little help, please.
Like a summer's day, thou art sweated.
Can't give up. Not now. Take
Let's go. I'm going to enjoy this.
a little help, please.
Right, Karlak, it's go time.
A teraz już muszę się skupić na walce.
What's the plan?
Put 'em up.
Death close at hand.
Should get some rest. I need to push up. It's healing. Rested enough. Now, forward.
Ten krótki odpoczynek to i tak za krótko. No dobra.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. Suppose it's time we dealt with the Hollyphant in the room. You have questions for me? I promise I have answers. Ah. Well, that's a rather long and complicated story. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. And from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mystra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes.
No to, że się odwalił.
Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. His entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms. Until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? You know me. My gestures can never be grand enough. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You've seen this before. The book, the black tendrils of chaos weave that lash out and overtake you. The dread is as real as the first time. The oppression just as unbearable.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. as long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. Fortunately, this need no longer be a concern. Not until I meet the heart of the Absolute, whatever that is.
Ach. To się wpakował w problem.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow.
Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue.
Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. Can already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this. Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail, and I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
A nie mam zamiaru go przekonywać.
All right. What else is on your mind?
Nie chce, to nie jego sprawa.
Don't say a word. Just listen. A parasite grips my mind. The shadows curse me. But I am gnawed by an even greater torment. You. My thoughts are hallowed ground. Yet you've crawled your way in. Uninvited. I'm obsessed by the ground under your feet and the wind over your head. I see your face just before I sleep and after I wake. I ask myself, are you worthy? Chaque furnace do. There is only one way for you to prove it.
To będzie chyba zbyt tkliwe.
That is how you earn my trust, not how you earn my flesh and spirit. We fight. I test you in battle.
Serio?
Dance with me. Bleed with me. Bruise me so that you might possess me. Do it then. Make me yours. Your Excellence. Yes, just like that. Wound me, scar me.
Przecież ona zaraz wygra ze mną. No nie o to mi chodziło.
Lae'zel's touch is unusually gentle. Her fingers lightly graze your bruises and wipe away your sweat.
No more. I can't bear it. I've torn flesh from monsters and men. I've laughed as they suffered. But you, I don't want to hurt you. I want to protect you. For you to protect me. I am yours. Say the words. Right answer. Chaque phonage du, source of my bruises.
Okej, widzowie, i to będzie dobry moment na zakończenie dzisiejszego odcinka.
I can't help but notice you seem happier of late. There's a spring in your step that wasn't there before. Just a pity I'm not responsible for it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that Lae'zel may not be keen to share you with me. In truth, I don't think I'd want to be your spare lover. I'd always want more of you than you'd have to spare. Better, perhaps, to bow out with dignity. There's no hard feelings. Genuinely. You deserve happiness. And I'm more than glad to remain with you to bear witness to it. Don't be foolish. You're far too handsome to hate.
Tak czy siak. Strasznie żałuję, że nie mogłem teraz przejść do szkółki Gitianki, bo zakończyłoby to moją podróż po tym roku. Więc mam nadzieję, że za tydzień dotrę w jakieś inne fajne miejsce. Także bądźcie ze mną koniecznie, dajcie znać, jak wam się podobał dzisiejszy odcinek i do usłyszenia za tydzień, w poniedziałek. Cześć!